Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, my name is Reiza UTAMI. I'm from Faculty of Medicine of Baiturama University. So today I would show and explain about my scientific poster titled atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. So this poster is part of the recruitment for research model 4, and the topic I modified from my article and also my undergraduate thesis. First, I want to explain and present about introduction first. So, atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, in short, ASCVD, is one of the leading cases of the death worldwide and represent a significant global health burden. It results from the buildup of atherosclerotic and plaque along the arterial walls, leading to narrowing or even complete obstruction of the blood flow. This ultimately disturbs oxygen supply to vital organs, including the heart and brain. And pathologically, atherosclerosis begins with damage to the arterial wall, particularly the tunica intima and tunica media. So, the atherosclerotic triggered by lipid retention and oxidation, along with the activation of the chronic inflammatory response. So, this process may progress to critical stenosis of life-threatening thrombosis. According to the World Health Organization, cardiovascular diseases are responsible for approximately 17.9 million deaths annually, accounting for 32% of the global deaths, with 85% attributed to heart attacks and strokes. In Indonesia, ischemic heart disease ranks as second leading cause of the death after stroke. Based on data from the Ministry of Health, about 14% of the deaths in the country are due to heart disease. Some of the literature review took here, atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease develop from the process of atherosclerosis, which involve the accumulation of lipid and inflammatory cells within the arterial walls, leading to plaque formation. This process can result in various clinical manifestations, including coronary heart disease, ischemic stroke, and peripheral artery disease. And atherosclerosis impairs the elasticity and structural integrity of the blood vessels, ultimately causing reduced blood flow and increasing the risk of plaque rupture. Atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease includes three measures from: first, coronary heart disease such as stable and unstable angina, myocardial infarction, and also sudden cardiac death. And the second, cerebrovascular disease, including ischemic stroke and the transient ischemic attack, in short TIA. And the last one is peripheral artery disease, primarily affecting the lower extremity, characterized by intermittent claudication and potentially progressing to critical limb ischemia. So, pathophysiology of the atherosclerosis is really complex, but I will explain in short. Atherosclerosis begins with endothelial dysfunction caused by the risk factor, and I'm gonna explain after that, such as hypertension, hyperglycemia, dyslipidemia, and exposure pro-inflammatory agents from smoking and unhealthy diet. This increases endothelial permeability, allowing LDL particle to infiltrate the arterial wall and oxidize to OXLDL. And OXLDL after that triggering inflammatory by attracting monocyte, which transform into the macrophage and from foam cells. These foam cells and inflammatory mediator initiate plaque formation, and over time, smooth muscle cells migrate to the intima and produce extra cellular matrix components and creating a fibrous cap. In the later stage of the atherosclerosis process, unstable plaque may be ruptured and may be activating platelets and the coagulation cascade, and after that leading to thrombus formation. This process can be a result in acute vascular occlusion causing myocardial infarction of ischemic stroke. So some risk factors who leading for the atherosclerosis process. One is the modifiable risk and also unmodifiable risk factor. So some risk factors who leading of process of atherosclerosis. The first of modifiable of risk factor and also a non-modifiable factor of atherosclerosis. The modifiable risk factors include hypertension, dyslipidemia, hyperglycemia, obesity, smoking, and physical inactivity. All of which contribute of the accelerate vascular damage and plaque formation. On the other hand, non-modifiable factors include age, sex, family history, and also one genetic predisposition. So in the last presentation, I will present to you about the conclusion about this poster. So atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease is a chronic and progressive condition that can be prevented through intervention targeting modifiable risk factors. While certain risks are non-modifiable, such as genetic and aging, effective control of blood pressure, lipid level, and blood glucose, alongside healthy lifestyle habit, has been proven to reduce both in the incidence and complication of atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. Therefore, public health education and early detection serve as a key pillars in preventing this disease. Regular health checkups, consistent physical activity, and also balanced diet and smoking cessation are simple yet powerful strategies to preserve the integrity the cardiovascular system. So that's all about my presentation about my poster. And the last, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.